All right, everybody. Welcome to the first round of the fantasy football playoffs. Not a ton of surprises from last week as far as who made the playoffs. Gordy ended up holding on to that sixth spot as expected. But we did have a little bit of shuffling in the standings, which could influence how things shake out later on. So Gordy actually ended up getting the 4 seed because he scored a lot of points this year, and so he jumped a couple of spots there. Nina drops down to the 6th seed, and that affects the matchups for this week. So for the first round of the playoffs, we've got Gordy against Jimmy G Spot, Ryan Millison, and we got his lovely wife, Mariah Saxon the City, against our good friend Nina, who manages Latina Nina's team. Looking at the initial numbers, Saxon the City versus Nina, Mariah heads into this matchup as a 30-point favorite. So on paper, it looks like, this is her week to win. She's got a great team. There's not really any hole on her roster. I do see that Terry McLaurin's in there. I think he might have had something where an injury popped up, but I'm hearing it's not that big of a deal, but something to watch. And then Nina, who had one of the best records in the league, obviously, and was actually looking at a really higher seed until later on in the year. She's really hanging in there, kind of got a scrappy team. Hopefully she can get Josh Jacobs back this week, which would help her significantly, as well as Brandon Cooks. If we look at the other matchup, we got Gordy versus Jimmy G Spot. And heading into this one, we actually have another significant favorite. I don't know if Jimmy G Spot set his lineup yet. Okay, so Jimmy G Spot takes a blow here because he's going to lose Julio this week. That's the risk of drafting Julio every single year. I have him in another league. If he's on the field, he's probably the best player on the field, but this is what happens every year. He's got a hamstring, and he's going to end up missing 5 or 6 games because of it. So hopefully Millison can recover from that. He's a savvy manager, so I have faith he'll be able to do so. And then Gordy, all of a sudden his team's kind of coming together. He comes into this week as a 20-point favorite. Chris Carson is back, looking pretty good. I think he has a heavy workload this week against a soft Jets defense. Debo popped up on the injury report, but it looks like he's going into the week without an injury designation. So that's nice. And it looks like Calvin Ridley is now going to be the main benefactor of Julio Jones out, because now he's going to be probably seeing a whole lot of targets from Matt Ryan, and they're playing the Chargers. And I think this is going to be a pretty close game, so which means they're going to be thrown a lot. So, good luck to the teams playing in the first round of the playoffs. We'll check back in next week because we'll reseed, and we'll find out who's playing yours truly and our number 2 seed, Nick Sabo, WAP. But hoping everyone's staying safe out there. See ya.